I'm going to read to you today. Today we have Inchworm and a Half, another math book. The inchworm who lives in the garden can climb any surface with ease. She nibbles and measures all her treasures, zucchini, eggplants, and snow peas. There she is in the garden. Her measuring method is simple. Each loop that she takes is 1 inch. Oh, there's a ruler. There's 12. There's about an inch right there, right? She starts at one end, and results will depend on the number of loops. That's a cinch. Squirmy, wormity, hoppity, hoop. I measure everything loopity-loop. Two-inch hot peppers and 3-inch pole beans and even the tiniest 1-inch new greens. Oh, measuring all over the place with that ruler. He's an inchworm. One day the unthinkable happens. My measurement's off just a bit. 1, 2, nearly 3. How could this be? There's no way I can possibly fit. What's nearly 3? Asked a short worm who suddenly dropped from midair. Well, said the worm, starting to squirm, 2 inches and that fraction there. Fractions, the inchworm continued, are equal parts of a whole number. It spoils my fun if length can't be done, like the end of that problem cucumber. The little worm grinned. I'm a fraction. That length should be easy for me. Oh, so he's smaller than that other one. See how much smaller he is? And he's just a piece of that one. He said, sounding wise, at just half your size, I'm 1/2 inch fraction, you see. Oh, he is half his size. Have you ever heard of 1/2 inch? There he is. He's an inchworm and he's 1/2 inch because he's smaller. He's a baby. They happily measured all morning while fuzzy green leaves made them laugh. The inchworm said 1, and her part was done. Then the little worm looped and a half. Squirmy, wormy, hoppity hoop, we measure everything loopity-loop. 7-inch celery, 8-inch corn ears, and 4.5-inch asparagus spears. This is what that 1/2 inch right there looks like. Right? Can you see it? That 1 with a line over it with a 2, 4.5 inch. For every loop made by the inchworm, the shorter worm had to make 2. So he's double the size of him, right? Then something went wrong as they inched along, a measurement they couldn't do. Wonder what's going to happen. They carefully studied the problem. This fraction is smaller than me, said the half-size in total surprise. What length could it possibly be? Oh, there's a friend. I wonder if he's going to help out. Another worm looped to their rescue. It looks like you're in a tight spot. I'll give you that a try. I'm little and spry, and my length's 1/3 inch on the dot. Oh, he is smaller than a 1/2 inch. He's 1/3, 1/3. See how he helps out. The trio looped on to the noonday, quite pleased no new problems occurred. The inchworm yelled 2, that's all I can do. Then the shortest worm called, and 1/3. Squirmy, wormity, hippity hop. We measure everything lippity loop. 8-inch lettuce leaf 9-inch cabbage head, and some 1 1/3 inch ripe berries so red. To equal 1 loop by the inchworm, the second worm had to loop twice. For accuracy, the third worm looped 3. I'm 1/3 inch fraction. How nice. So he's big, he's smaller, and he's 3 times smaller than he is, right? Snacking on rich, ripe tomatoes, they decided to measure a few. But just like before, they halted once more at a measurement they couldn't do. The fraction they saw was a strange one, too short for half size, they agree. How very absurd, not even 1/3. What length could it possibly be? So there's a size even smaller than 1/3. I think I know what it is, knowing a ruler. That's me, said a worm slightly shorter. He looped off the leaf where he curled. My 4 step per inch make 1/4 a cinch. Now together we'll measure the world. So he's 4 times smaller than the inch. He's 1 out of the 4 sizes. Fractions are so crazy. We use them for measurement all the time. Cooking, measuring things. Squirmy wormity hoppity hoop. They travel everywhere loopity loop. No problem's too big, no fraction too small. By adding new worms, we can measure it all. What a great book on measurement. So we use measurement to cook, to measure things, to build things. Builders use measurement all the time. And I use it in my cooking all the time, whether I'm talking about cups or teaspoons and tablespoons. You use measurement quite a bit.